freestyle is hard because when you think about what freestyle basically is, you're just talking a pile of mess. Yeah.
Lyrically, you think Jeremy Fowler's going to be dropping curse words in bars?
Yeah, I think if he was off air, I think he would.
I think you're projecting what you would do lyrically.
Well, I certainly
on
would.
Jeremy Fowler. You would, not Jeremy.
All right.
A for effort, though.
It's, even rap lyrics, period. When if you're just messing around on live air, you've got to be careful. Wait, did he say? Whoa, no, can't say that. Yeah. All right.
Above the rim. Jeez.
You guys rock.
Seaport is a spot.
Jay said, "Oh."
Yeah. Try to hype him up, Yates.
So you see Steph at the ESPYs yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, here's the thing about when you host something like that. You got a bunch of canned jokes. You know what's coming. But in that setting, given what the circumstances were and what is expected of the performer, he did it. He pulled it off.
But, by the way, this is Steph's alter ego. Like, don't get it twisted. Steph is that dude that obviously when he won the chip, he was like, what they going to say now? Directed towards Max Kellerman pretty much.
Yeah,
and
Jay, you would agree
guys like that?
You would agree that I was the one, more than anyone, pushing the fact. I was the first one to talk about it, and I talked about that he hadn't won a Finals MVP. So what you're admitting now is that not only am I the inspiration for Tom Brady, but also Steph Curry. Is that what you're telling me?
If you like to bring it back to you, yes.
Well, no, I agree with that because
Yeah.
he was Max that led Tom Brady to win another Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It was Max that led Steph Curry to win another NBA
See the
championship.
man in the arena?
But not just win an NBA championship, win Finals MVP.
How come he didn't name him by name then?
That's fine. Now, you don't have to always
The
name,
name-
you don't have to
you
name drop every time.
You know why, Jay?
He's never name dropped.
Jay, you know why? You don't want to punch down.
You don't want to punch
You don't
down?
want to punch down. You never want to
I'm not
punch down. It's
stooping
always
down
a
to
bad
Max's
look.
level.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, well, he
But-
gave some punches last night. He gave one to LeBron. He gave one to Grant Williams. I mean, from the Celtics, who was in the stands watching. Oh, it was legit.
All right, listen to Steph.
I am the second NBA player to host this award show, which is kind of crazy to think about. LeBron James, he hosted this award show back in 2007 after losing in the NBA Finals. So yes, you guessed it. This feels better.
I'm just saying. He told Grant Williams, he's wearing colors. He can borrow it later because he was wearing green colors of the Celtics, and he had a ring, but he can hold on to that one later too. This is who Steph is to me. Like, he has this image, like he's the golden boy, he's the family guy, all this, which he is. But there's also this other side of him that is, he gets slighted in every small way, and he holds on to it.
But and
he's vindictive. That's what you love about him.
That's why, to me, you like, because Perk got it twisted on This Just In, terrific show, 2 p.m. Eastern, ESPN, by the way, handsome host. Perk got it twisted on This Just In the other day when he was like, Max, you and I were the only two who really doubted it and da-da-da. It's not an issue of doubt for me. It's an issue of I haven't seen you do it yet, right? Let me see you be the best player in the series, and because of you, your team wins. That's what the greatest who ever lived do, the top 10 players of all time. And he did it. But that killer that you're talking about that's in there, that's what I was waiting to see. Harry, that's what I want to see from a guy like Steph. It's crunch time. Now all the slights and everything, go ahead, shut everybody up.
But I will say this, it get misconstrued a lot because a lot of people think Steph Curry doesn't have this mentality of a I don't want to say a killer.
You just say misconstrued?
Yeah, as opposed to construed.
Yeah.
Construed.
Like misconstrued.
Whatever.
Screwed.
You know what I mean, Jay Will. You got me. You went to Duke. I went to Louisville. All right.
In Louisville, that is correct.
Hey,
I like that. That sounds right.
In Louisville, that is correct.
you know what
That's
I
right.
mean.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry.
But for a guy like
Max got
Steph,
me yesterday.
who's smaller than a lot of other like big name players.
Yeah.
He light skinned. People think, how people, okay, we're gonna try Steph because he light skinned. Listen, Steph is no punk. Trust me, I know. Steph has it in him now. He has that dog in him. And you see it night. And Steph gonna put you to sleep whenever he wants to put you to sleep. And that's what he did to the Boston
Did he not
Celtics.
want to put him to sleep in 2016 in the finals? I
Stop,
think that would have
Max,
been a good
stop.
time to put someone to
Max,
sleep.
we're not doing that. Stop.
But
we're not doing that.
But
this
what I mean
morning.
is, it is an evolution. I don't think this is Steph could always do this and now he did it. There's an evolution to a player. Some dudes, day one, they're ready to tear your heart out in the moment of truth, right?
Yeah.
That wasn't Steph. Steph had to evolve into that. And I think part of it is, I look at Clayton Kershaw in baseball. Regular season, probably the best pitcher who ever lived. Okay, you look at because you look at like Cy Young, second place Cy Young, second place, like every year just dominant. Playoffs, to me, it looked like not that he was scared or something, but he wanted it too much. He was wound too tight, and so he couldn't just kind of be himself. And I thought that was true of LeBron early in his career. I thought that was true of Steph. They were tight. And as they aged, they relaxed a little bit and got better under pressure. That both of those guys.
I don't think it was about being tight.
I don't think Steph was tight either.
That first chip that they won, he was just on the court next to the second or first greatest player the game of basketball has ever seen, which you can make the case that Bron should have won an MVP, which you can still make the case today after watching Bron at the damn Drew League that when Bron is still on the court,
he's the best player in the world.
He still is the best player on the court at 37 years old.
No, Jay, I get that. Oh, no, I get that. Bron, of course. But there was no one on the Cavs. There was no, like the Cavs didn't have Kyrie or Kevin Love, and Steph was crewed up.
So I want you to think about your comment because we talked about this before, and the last time I'm going to unpack it to pack it back in, put a bow around it. So we said that LeBron should have been the MVP in that series, right? Because the numbers were ridiculous he had in that series they lost because he had nobody else. So think about the numbers are ridiculous. So then they gave the MVP to Andre Iguodala, who guarded the guy whose numbers were ridiculous. Right,
he did
Steph's numbers still scoring-wise.
No, but why do you wait? Stop right there, Jay, because someone at The Athletic just wrote about this. There were 11 voters for MVP, and Steph's level of play was such that not a single one of them felt they could give him the vote for MVP. Seven went to Iguodala, 4 went to LeBron.
That leads into a conversation about are the voters basketball people?
But like Jay, out of 11 of them,
I understand what you're saying, but I watched that series, and as a basketball person who's been with other basketball people,
you'd have given Steph the MVP.
Yes, I would have
over LeBron.
No, I'm saying. I'm saying
okay.
I've already made mention that I thought LeBron was the best player on the court, but I'm not going to give it to a guy who loses in the series unless Jerry West is the only guy who's ever done that, and still I can make a claim about that.
Yeah.
But I am saying,
what claim is that?
If I am giving it to the guy on the winning team, I would not have given it to Andre Iguodala.
Okay.
It's not a smack on Andre Iguodala. It was Stephen Curry.
But this is what but this is what I'm saying. What the voters are really telling you. What they're really telling you is LeBron is the best player in the series. We have to give it to him. It's unfair to give it to anyone else. So even voting for Iguodala, what they're saying is if the thing is that I have to vote for the dude on the winning team, if my conscience won't let me not vote for him, then I'm going to show you that I'm still voting for LeBron because he's so much better than Steph. That's what they all did.
But see, this voting thing bothers me because I had a chance to work the Heisman last year. And you look at Will Anderson Jr., who led the nation in sacks and TFLs and didn't even get invited to the Heisman ceremony. That was the most bogus thing, I think, in college football history.
He'd have been the number one pick in the draft last year.
That's the crazy part about it to me.
Who the voters are matter, my man.
Yeah, I hear you. But
Politics
all 11.
Politics as usual.
Jay, what they're telling you.
I hear you, Jay-Z.
I'm just saying.
What they're telling you is Steph's play was inferior to his normal play.